Do you want to enter a world filled with strange customs, unexpected stories, and mysteries that can only be understood by experiencing them firsthand? This is life in Vietnam, a small country in Southeast Asia, one of the world's most intriguing destinations. Behind the bustling streets and famous landmarks lies a world few outsiders have ever seen. What makes this place so unique, you ask? Stay with us and discover the secrets that make Vietnam one of the most fascinating and strange places on Earth. Number 25. Doong Cave. Doong Cave. It is the largest cave on Earth, stretching over 5 miles long. Its immense volume, about 1.3 billion cubic feet, is nearly 5 times that of Malaysia's Deer Cave, which once held the record. Inside, stalagmites soar over 200 feet, and shafts of sunlight pierce through collapsed ceilings to nurture thriving rainforests. An underground river winds through the shadows, creating an eerie, mist-shrouded atmosphere. And if that doesn't amaze you enough, there's something else Vietnam's history gave birth to. An unexpected delight that emerged from scarcity. Ever heard of a drink made with eggs instead of milk? Number 24. Egg coffee. Egg coffee is more than a drink, it's an experience. The bitter coffee and golden foam blend into a harmonious mix of comfort and indulgence. Despite Vietnam's rise as a coffee powerhouse, this simple yet ingenious creation remains a beloved symbol of local tradition. Cafes across Hanoi honor its origins while adding their own flair, serving it warm or cold, but always with the spirit of its inventive past. Have you ever tried egg coffee before? If so, what was your first impression of this unique blend of flavors and textures? If not, would you dare to try it? Comment and chat with me. Next, let's explore how this country uses its lunch break. Number 23. Nap culture in Vietnam. In many countries, napping at work might seem odd or even inappropriate. But in Vietnam, it's a valued tradition, deeply woven into daily life. After lunch, workers often roll out mats or recline in their chairs for a brief rest, turning busy offices into quiet sanctuaries for 20 to 30 minutes each afternoon. In Vietnam, napping offers the same relief. With high temperatures and long hours, these breaks help ease both physical and mental strain. But there's more to Vietnam than just its bustling cities and relaxing breaks. Hidden in its misty highlands are remnants of ancient customs that are as eerie as they are fascinating. Have you heard of coffins suspended high up on cliffs? Number 22. The Strange Hanging Coffins. In the mist-shrouded highlands of Vietnam, ancient wooden coffins once hung high on steep limestone cliffs, accessible only to the bold and skillful. For these communities, the higher the resting place, the closer to the heavens, a final journey linking the living to the afterlife. And while these ancient customs are intriguing, there's another network beneath Vietnam's surface that played a pivotal role in history. Before we get started, I have a special 10-second request for everyone listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit the subscribe button. It helps this channel a lot. And if you do, I will do everything I can to make this show better for you. Deal? Number 21. Chiu Chi Tunnels. Spanning over 200 kilometers, this underground network was a lifeline for Viet Cong soldiers during the Vietnam War. More than just tunnels, they were a city beneath the earth, with living quarters, kitchens, storage rooms, and makeshift hospitals. Here, soldiers rested, healed, and planned their next moves, all while remaining hidden from enemies above. The tunnels served as command centers, enabling strategic coordination and vital supply movement that shifted the war's course. Built by hand with simple tools, the tunnels were masterpieces of ingenuity. Soldiers created nearly invisible entrances and disguised ventilation shafts as termite mounds to sustain airflow. Defensive traps, cleverly designed, protected those inside from invaders. Number 20. Secret wartime hospitals. Deep within the dense forests and mountains, hidden hospitals were carved into caves, lifelines for resistance forces during one of the most intense conflicts of the 20th century. These weren't just shelters, they were fully equipped medical centers with treatment rooms and supply storage ingeniously concealed from opposing forces. Their secrecy was strength, protecting the wounded and enabling medical teams to work despite ongoing threats. As we move from the shadows of the past, life in Vietnam finds a way to float, quite literally. What if entire villages existed on water? Number 19. Floating villages of Halong Bay. Amid Halong Bay's emerald waters and towering limestone cliffs, floating villages endure. For generations, families have built their lives on these waters, tying homes together with rope and connecting entire communities with wooden walkways. Life happens here on the wave. Schools, markets, and fish farms all rest on rafts, creating a self-sustaining haven. Children steer small boats as if born to them, gliding to school or play. Fishing is not just work, it's tradition and lifeblood. In villages like Quoc, founded centuries ago by families escaping mainland dangers, the sea still sustains a resilient way of life. Yet the future is uncertain. Environmental changes and growing tourism have led some families to be relocated for better access to healthcare and education. But those who remain are deeply rooted in the bay's embrace. Number 18. Unexploded Ordnance. In the fields and forests of rural Vietnam, a silent danger remains unexploded ordnance UXO. Even decades after the conflict, these remnants still pose risks, with over 80 million bombs and mines left, impacting more than 15 million acres of land. Quang Tri and other heavily affected provinces are among the most impacted, with over 6 million people at risk. From hidden dangers to daring experiences, Vietnam's unique traditions extend to its beverages. But would you be brave enough to try a drink that's been brewed with a snake inside? Number 17. Snake wine. In Vietnam's bustling markets, you might encounter a bottle that seems pulled from myth, a coiled snake, preserved in rice wine. This is snake wine, an ancient remedy deeply entwined with traditional Vietnamese practices. The creation of snake wine involves submerging a snake in rice wine or grain alcohol, symbolizing power and vitality to many. The process requires skill and is believed to have health benefits, such as easing joint pain and supporting those enduring harsh conditions. This tradition has been cherished for generations, especially among older adults and laborers seeking strength and resilience. While deeply embedded in the culture, snake wine remains divisive. For many visitors, it's both mesmerizing and unsettling. The question lingers, would you dare to take a sip? And while some of Vietnam's customs may seem exotic, others are just plain quirky. Ever wondered why you might see people casually strolling around in their pajamas? Number 16. Wearing pajamas outside. In many parts of the world, pajamas or loungewear are reserved for bedtime or lounging at home. However, in Vietnam, you'll notice something quite unique: people wearing pajamas all day long. Whether they are selling pho, taking a stroll, or even going on a date, pajamas are a common sight. This trend is not limited to the middle-aged. Young people in Vietnam also embrace this casual style. Unlike other countries, where stepping outside often means dressing up, even just to take out the trash, Vietnamese people have a more relaxed approach. The country's hot climate plays a significant role in this custom. The fabric used for sleepwear is typically soft and breathable, making it comfortable for both home and public wear. Additionally, sleepwear in Vietnam often resembles long-sleeved shirts and long pants, which means it's modest and doesn't reveal anything inappropriate. This makes it perfectly acceptable for everyday activities, such as shopping or running errands. So, if you find yourself in Vietnam and spot women selling street food in their pajamas, don't be too surprised. It's just one of the many unique aspects of Vietnamese culture. Number 15. The hidden bunkers of Old Saigon. Beneath the busy streets of Old Saigon lies a silent world of hidden bunkers and essential refuges during the Vietnam War. These secret shelters, ingeniously concealed under homes, shops, and government buildings, protected crucial supplies, documents, and lives from ongoing threats. Entrances hidden behind false walls or under floorboards led to thick concrete rooms and narrow tunnels, offering safety and a means of escape if needed. The most renowned of these is located beneath the former Independence Palace, now the Reunification Palace, This underground space contained communication centers and emergency supplies, playing a vital role during the conflict. Walking through it today feels like stepping into a preserved fragment of the past, both haunting and thought-provoking. As the city developed, many bunkers were sealed and forgotten. Yet, ongoing efforts to rediscover and restore them are shedding light on this hidden history. Some have been transformed into exhibits, offering visitors a glimpse into the challenges faced during that era. How many stories remain buried beneath Saigon? What was it like to rely on these sanctuaries, where survival hinged on secrecy and vigilance? And while those hidden places tell a story of resilience, Vietnam's traditions also speak of grace and pride. What makes a traditional dress become a symbol of a nation? Number 14. Traditional dress Ao Dai and the beauty of Vietnamese women. In Vietnam, the Ao Dai is more than a dress, it's a symbol of elegance, resilience, and national pride. With its flowing lines and high slits, it gracefully highlights the wearer's beauty while evoking both strength and delicacy. Traditionally worn at weddings, festivals, and holidays, the Ao Dai embodies the heart of Vietnamese identity and heritage. Although its origins span centuries, the Ao Dai took on its modern form in the year 1930s, blending Western and Vietnamese influences to achieve a perfect balance of tradition and modernity. This blend is seen in its modest yet flattering silhouette, a reflection of both grace and inner strength. The Ao Dai celebrates the poise of Vietnamese women, who wear it with pride and confidence. It captures ideals of harmony and grace, seamlessly connecting past and present. Even as fashion evolves, designers keep the Ao Dai's spirit alive by incorporating new styles while honoring its roots. Why does the Ao Dai endure? It's because it carries a timeless beauty and cultural pride that resonates deeply with the Vietnamese people, making it a living testament to their history and aspirations. Number 13. Vietnamese New Year? Tet, the soul of Vietnam, marks the start of the Lunar New Year, bringing families together in a celebration of tradition and love. The streets glow in red and gold, symbols of fortune and hope, as families flock to markets for flowers, food, and gifts. Excitement fills the air as homes are readied for a fresh start. At Tet's heart is honoring ancestors. Families clean altars, offer food, and light incense, bridging past and present in deep gratitude. Special dishes like ban chung, a rice cake symbolizing the earth, along with sticky rice and pickled vegetables, carry wishes for unity and prosperity. Red envelopes filled with lucky money pass between hands, blessing children and elders with joy and health. The streets come alive with parades, lion dances, and music, and as midnight strikes, fireworks light up the sky, welcoming a new beginning. Tet is more than festivity, it's renewal. A time to release burdens, heal wounds, and reconnect with loved ones. So businesses pause, schools close, and families reunite to savor these cherished moments. But while Tet is a time for celebration, Vietnam's unique approach to honoring the dead will make you see funerals in a whole new light. Why are these farewell ceremonies filled with so much music and energy? Number 12. Noisy funerals. When someone passes away in rural Vietnam, families often hold lively, days-long gatherings filled with friends, relatives, and neighbors. The air is alive with the sounds of traditional gongs, drums, and even live bands, and in some regions karaoke. These sounds aren't just custom, they hold deep meaning. Families believe that sending off their loved ones in a festive atmosphere reflects respect and ensures their safe journey. Number 11. The tradition of the conical hat. For over 3,000 years, the non-LA has been the soul of Vietnam culture. Handcrafted from palm leaves with a skill passed down through generations, it embodies simplicity and deep meaning. More than a shield from the sun and rain, the non-LA is a symbol of rural life and heritage. In the rice fields, it shelters farmers as they labor, offering solace under its wide brim. Rooted in Vietnam's agricultural history, the hat represents harmony with nature, with a timeless design reflecting a life intertwined with the land. Each of the 15 layers carries the spirit of tradition, a piece of living history. Beyond practicality, the non-LA finds its place in Vietnamese folklore and poetry, symbolizing beauty, modesty, and a deep connection to the homeland. It holds the weight of memories and values carried through the ages. Number 10. Crazy mini golf course. In Vietnam, there's a mini golf course that feels like a step into a dream. It's not just a game, it's an adventure through a surreal world where art and sport collide. Here, vibrant sculptures, twisting paths, and whimsical obstacles create a landscape straight out of a fantasy. Each hole tells a new visual story, with abstract murals and intricate patterns transforming every corner into a lively scene. The course feels alive, urging you to explore and see the world through new eyes. This isn't just mini golf, it's a living art experience. Visitors come to play and escape, immersing themselves in a place where creativity and joy are woven into every turn. But beyond these creative spaces, there's a place where life flows on the river. What makes these floating markets more than just a place to shop? Number 9. Vibrant floating markets in the Mekong Delta. In southern Vietnam's Mekong Delta, the floating markets are more than tradition, they're a way of life. Before dawn, hundreds of wooden boats glide onto the river, filled with fresh fruits and vegetables. It's a vibrant, sensory experience, sellers calling out their goods, the splash of paddles, and the scent of ripe tropical produce filling the air. Deals are struck with shouts across boats, while tall bamboo poles display wares like pineapples and coconuts, signaling what each vendor offers. Locals come not just to buy, but to connect, making these markets the heart of their community. The river isn't just a route, it's the lifeblood of a lifestyle deeply tied to the water. Yet, as modernization looms, one wonders how long this way of life will endure. In the early morning mist, the floating markets evoke a simpler time, where the river shapes both the land and its people. And speaking of traditions on water, there's an art form in Vietnam that has been enchanting audiences for centuries. How do puppets dance so seamlessly on water? Number 8. Water puppet theater. Water puppet theater in Vietnam is a mesmerizing art form that has enchanted audiences for over 1,000 years. Born in the rice paddies of the Red River Delta around the 11th century, villagers turned flooded fields into magical stages, using water as the canvas for their wooden puppets. The magic lies in the way these puppets move, gliding seamlessly over the water. Hidden puppeteers control them with long, submerged poles, making the figures appear to dance and interact on their own. Each performance is brought to life with traditional Vietnamese music, bamboo flutes, drums, and the dan bao, creating a rich, emotional atmosphere. The stories depict rural life, local legends, and mythical creatures, reflecting the spirit and beliefs of the Vietnamese people. But there's one place in Vietnam where creativity takes on a life of its own. What happens when a house defies every architectural rule? Number 7. The Crazy House in Dalat. Hidden in Dalat's cool highlands, the Crazy House Hang Nga Guest House is a breathtaking masterpiece of unbridled imagination. Designed by architect Dang Viet Nga, this surreal marvel defies conventions with its dreamlike forms, often likened to an enchanted treehouse or a whimsical castle. Since its opening in 1990, the Crazy House has invited visitors to step into a living artwork. Curving stairways, secret alcoves, and flowing shapes merge into an organic wonderland, where bright colors and nature-inspired rooms create an otherworldly experience. More than just a building, it embodies a spirit of artistic rebellion against the ordinary. Rooted in Vietnamese folklore and nature's beauty, the Crazy House stands as a testament to creativity, transforming initial skepticism into widespread admiration from curious travelers and art lovers worldwide. Number 6. Street food culture. In Vietnam, street food is more than just a meal, it's the heartbeat of daily life. The streets are alive with sizzling woks, vibrant aromas, and the constant bustle of vendors from dawn until midnight. Each region offers its own flavors: a steaming bowl of pho in Hanoi, fragrant with herbs and beef, or a ban in Michigan and Saigon, layered with grilled meats and crisp pickles. The Mekong Delta delights with crispy banjio pancakes while coastal towns serve up fresh, street-grilled seafood. But it's not just about the food, it's the experience. Locals and visitors alike gather on tiny plastic stools, sharing tables and stories. Meals become moments of connection. In 2024, street food remains the most accessible and affordable way to eat, costing just $2 or $3. Over 60% of city dwellers enjoy it regularly, proving its place at the heart of Vietnamese culture. Number 5. Rice fields in Sapa terraces. High in northern Vietnam, Sapa's rice terraces are a breathtaking blend of human artistry and nature's beauty. Carved into steep hills by generations of Hong and Dao farmers, these terraces are a marvel of persistence and skill, transforming rugged slopes into lifelines. These terraces are alive, changing with the seasons. During planting, they shimmer like mirrors, reflecting the sky. As the rice grows, fields turn lush green before ripening into golden waves swaying in the breeze. This transformation draws travelers and photographers from around the world, eager to capture the essence of this living masterpiece. But Sapa's terraces are more than stunning landscapes. They sustain local communities, offering food and income while connecting past traditions with present lives. With over 1 million visitors each year, the terraces have become a symbol of sustainable tourism and the harmony between people and their environment. Number 4. Haggling culture. In Vietnamese markets, prices are flexible, inviting buyers into a culture of negotiation. This isn't trickery, it's a traditional exchange that values both sides. While locals may pay less after bargaining, vendors sometimes offer higher initial prices to tourists, expecting counteroffers. To negotiate well, stay calm and composed. Keep your enthusiasm subtle, as it can affect the price. Start with an offer about 30% lower and let the back and forth take its course. The goal isn't just saving money but fostering a meaningful connection in the process. Even if you don't reach the same price as a local, see any extra as part of the unique experience and the vendor's hard work. So, when exploring a market in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, embrace the challenge. Engage in the dance of bargaining and take away not just a deal but a memorable story. Number 3. Rustic tobacco smoking. In rural Vietnam, the use of the Dai Uk, a traditional bamboo pipe, is a practice passed down through generations, connecting history, community, and craftsmanship. At roadside tea stalls, locals gather to sip tea and engage in this traditional activity, marking moments of connection and reflection. For many, this tradition represents a piece of cultural heritage, with its unique, age-old farming methods, especially in northern regions where such practices are preserved. Despite the spread of modern options, this custom remains significant among older generations as a living link to the past. Visiting a village tea stall provides insight into a tradition that holds deep roots in Vietnam's heritage and community life. And speaking of connections, Vietnam's most famous ingredient ties together past and present. What makes Phu Quoc fish sauce more than just a condiment? Number 2. Phu Quoc fish sauce. Phu Quoc Island is the heart of Vietnam's fish sauce tradition, crafting nuoc mam, a rich, amber liquid that's more than a condiment, it's a symbol of heritage. Anchovies freshly caught from its waters are layered with sea salt and left to slowly transform in wooden barrels for up to a year. This devotion to tradition yields a sauce unmatched in depth and flavor, revered as the finest in the country. With a geographical indication protecting its authenticity, Phu Quoc's fish sauce stands as a testament to the island's enduring dedication. In the year 2024, the island produced over 30 million liters, exporting to over 50 countries. Its taste is salty, slightly sweet, and brimming with umami, commands up to $25 per liter on the global market. Inside the island's factories, among towering barrels and the pungent scent of fermenting fish, you feel history. For the people of Phu Quoc, this craft is woven into their identity. But no part of Vietnam's culture moves quite like its motorbikes. What is it about these two wheels that drive the nation? Number 1. Motorbike craze in Vietnam. In Vietnam, motorbikes are more than transport. They're the heartbeat of the nation. With nearly 65 million bikes in a country of 100 million people, they pulse through the streets like lifeblood. Families share a single motorbike, effortlessly gliding through the bustling streets of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. These bikes are a necessity, not a luxury. But beyond their practicality, they embody the resilience and adaptability of the Vietnamese spirit. Versatile and indispensable, motorbikes transform into family carriers, delivery trucks, or even market stalls. During rush hours, the streets come alive with a captivating dance of coordinated chaos, both intimidating and awe-inspiring to newcomers. This rhythmic flow is the essence of urban Vietnam. To outsiders, the sight of motorbikes weaving through traffic with anything from furniture to livestock may seem overwhelming. But to locals, it's second nature, a silent language of eye contact, intuition, and trust in this organized chaos. If you like today's video, please give me a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel GlobeGo. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen now. I am sure you will like this content. Comment below with the next country you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.